welcome to our summer solstice breathing bar series. And we are delving into growing organic inside and out. And this entire summer solstice, we've been exploring our Innerverse, that sacred stewardship we were supposed to have with ourselves, delving in and understanding how to navigate and control our ecosystem within us. Because how can we honestly be sustainable outside if we're not sustainable inside? If we don't have the consciousness to understand how our Innerverse works as energy beings. So thank you for taking the time. And today we are going deeper into this. This is number 7, journal 7, and this is the 7th episode for the summer solstice. And we're going into how to find humility in the midst of chaos and blame. And every time we go deeper into understanding ourselves as sovereign beings, as energy beings, we have to release more of the indoctrination that we have been taught, that we have embodied, that we have manifested. So most of who we are is actually not who we are. And the more you realize this, the more you, because we're taught to go outside, the more we want to figure out who did it, who's to blame. And finding out who did it, that's fine. Why it was done, that's fine too. Yet, in order to move outside of it and begin to gain control and your sovereignty, you have to release the blame. Because with blame, that still gives the force power. Because unfortunately, the indoctrination has been going on for centuries. Unfortunately, who you are in this law of oneness, universal law, you are the consciousness of all, and everything is a consciousness of you. So it's not like you can just kind of say, okay, well, I'm just going to disconnect from that consciousness. Well, actually, you can say it, but it takes time for your cells to recalibrate, because you have to communicate this to your cells a lot to build up a strong, energetic resistance to that which you have believed and moved upon for years. Because who you are is a very powerful being. And you were crafted so diligently and so caringly into the person that you are. So to say, okay, who I am is not exactly who I am. It's who someone else created me to be. And now I'm ready to be who I am and who I want to be. That's a whole nother world. And a whole nother level of work and focus that has to go into it. So it's important to allow yourself to have the time to evolve into who you are and leave everybody else out of it. The journey's so beautiful, and at the same time, it's so powerful. You'll find a lot of resistance. You'll find a lot of emotional things you'll go through. But allow yourself to engage in your sacred space with your Innerverse. That consciousness, the cells, the Innerverse inside of you that's waiting to be one with you. There's so many portals in you that want to be open. There's so much information that your consciousness has for you, that your cells want to communicate, that your different energy bodies want to show you. They just want you to be ready and open to receive them. There'll be times when they're communicating that other things will come up to try and knock their validity out the water. And you have to be able to sit there and bring it all to the table and navigate the tug of war that may go on in your consciousness. Chaos is going to be there because we're duality. Some people call it shadow. I call it contrast. We have a dual nature. And when we're imbalanced, there's a dual nature. And in balance, there's a dual nature when you're balanced. depending on what realm you're on, what frequency you're on, you will have a different experience of duality, but it's always there. So you embrace the chaos in the moment, and then you say, okay, let's create a balance in the chaos. And that's what it's all right. Always, even when you're not in chaos, if you're in order, sometimes you have to have a balance and order. You're too much of anything, you're off balance. So it's not about blaming yourself. It's about figuring out what you want, how you want it, and what does it take to manifest it. Growing organic inside allows you to begin to move yourself, to navigate your bioetheric nature, to become more aligned with the natural world. When you become aligned with the natural world on a deep level, there's just an overall peace because you're in full acceptance of just the journeys, of the consciousness, of the detachment of emotionalism. Because in the natural world, you begin to move in those higher realms of consciousness where the lower frequencies of emotional attachment just pushes you out of balance. It's not that you can't be emotional. It's about being emotionally attached. And they're two different things. The natural world is always about balance. The natural world, flora, fauna, the elements always seek to bring things in balance and to stay in cycle. It's just now time for humanity to move into that same space and engage bioorganity. I always say it's not humanity, it's bioorganity. So that's where we are today. What are you doing to move yourself out of chaos and blame and bring yourself into humility and stillness? It's continuing to nurture these seeds. Nothing's new under the sun, so what I'm communicating by no means new. But I just know that the more I nurture the seeds, for me, I say different things 50 different ways to myself. And each time, another portal opens for me to explore the same words, but I'm in a different consciousness when I'm receiving them. And so that's what my journey is here at the breathing bar. Everything is breath. Everything is rhythm. And depending on your frequency, you receive it in different ways. So I'm going to leave you with that. Remember, the interactive journal is available on the website. And if you want any of the past journals, they should be available on the website now too. If not, they will be within the next week. So you all have a blessed moment wherever you are. And we will talk next week, beautiful beings. Give thanks.